Some transy students are accused of taking instead of giving this holiday season. Now they're in hot water with residents and the school.
Christmas may come early to Berea, where the city council may cut taxes.
And who better to ask what are the best toys to get this Christmas than kids?
They'll take your calls and answer questions next.
You're watching WLEX-TV 18.
Good evening, I'm Tom Kenny.
Is off tonight. With the holidays approaching, it's too common that we hear of robberies and vandalism.
Yeah, but have you ever heard of vandals rethinking their action and then wanting to make amends? It happened today in Lexington, and John Wesley Brett has the story.
22 is up.
Dennis Molnar's day has been full of surprises. It started early this morning. He woke up to find his outdoor Christmas decorations missing or in shambles.
My wife was in tears this morning and saying some very unpleasant descriptive words in regard to the people who did this, and I can't blame her.
And they weren't alone. Okay. Overnight, vandals hit more than a half dozen houses in the neighborhood, taking everything from wreaths to a life-size reindeer. Dennis was so incensed he put up this lawn ornament, announcing the end to his Christmas fun. But by mid-morning came another surprise. Dennis says 8 Transylvania University students rang his doorbell announcing their sins.
They came out to all the houses to apologize and to offer their services for anything that they can do as far as retribution goes.
They even left a letter telling of their embarrassment and asking forgiveness. The change of heart coming after one of the dozen Grinches apparently got caught red-handed back at campus.
Now, the only problem is, if they wouldn't have gotten caught, would this have happened? And I seriously doubt it, that they would have been to my home this morning.
But it is the holiday season, after all, and the Molnar home is now short one more ornament. John Wesley Brett, 18 Action News, Lexington.
Mike and Q.
It's important to note that the Transylvania students haven't been criminally charged, but they will have to go before a school disciplinary panel.
The teen who's become known as the Black Lipstick Girl showed up for school today, but she was turned away. This is 13-year-old Carla Chapman on a recent Your Government program. The Pike County teen was suspended last month for wearing black lipstick to class. She went back to school this morning, but officials refused to let her inside. She still had on her black lipstick. School officials say she can come back, but not with the lipstick on. Carla says she'll take it off if criminal charges against her father and stepmother are dropped. Charges of threatening a teacher. A strange several Lexington elementary children out of their bus this afternoon, and it looks like the culprit was a Christmas ornament. Students from Breckenridge Elementary were heading home when children apparently dropped the ornament. It filled the bus with an unusual odor. Several children complained of nausea, but no one needed medical treatment. Breckenridge school officials, who are trying to figure out what chemical was inside the ornament, say they were sold by the PTA.
If you're stopped by a cop who says he's a cop and is dressed as a cop, is he really a cop? Not necessarily. And that's the warning that real Lexington police want you to know tonight. The man you're about to see, 41-year-old Michael Donahue of Louisville, is accused of posing as a police officer and arresting a man at Turfland Mall in October. Donahue, who himself was arrested at Fayette Mall last night, allegedly bilked his victim out of $5,000, saying the man had to post bond or be taken into custody. Investigators say Donahue and a sidekick later tried to take that same victim for another $10,000, claiming that the judge had raised the bond. So how do you know if an officer is the real thing? Police say ask to see the credentials. An authentic police officer will have no problem letting you take a long, hard look at the badge and photo ID.
While lawmakers were inside the Capitol this afternoon talking about workers' comp, some Kentucky business leaders were outside showing their support for the governor's cost-cutting plan. Chamber of Commerce representatives laid on the steps of the Capitol, saying workers' comp is the biggest cost of doing business. The Louisville Chamber says it will have a report card on how each lawmaker votes. The chamber is also pushing for an amendment to require a drug test whenever a worker is injured on the job. If drugs are found, the injured worker's benefit will be cut.
You don't hear this kind of news every day, but it could happen in Berea. Tonight, the city council there expects to wear a tax break. People wouldn't have to pay property taxes on real estate and cars for 2 years. The savings is only going to mean about $30 to $40 for most people, but still some council members believe taxpayers deserve to keep whatever they can.
Discussed this several times over the past 2 or 3 years.
Stand by,
We did
Thomas
not want to
Vio.
do it at such a time prior to the election to make it a political issue.
Mike and Q.
Governor Baker says that this form of tax
Well, we
is
have two
unprecedented in
shots.
Kentucky. We'll let you know how the vote out on 18 Action News at 11.
They're up.
Is a test of any parent's patience
I'm gonna
trying to
split
settle on seasonal
Turn
gifts
Nancy
for
to
children.
Oh, yes, they tell you one day what they want, and then the list seems to change with each commercial. Well, Karan Acar is standing by with our unusually qualified panel of experts who may be able to help you with the decision. Karen?
She's up.
Maybe there's a particular toy that you'd like to ask your child about, but don't really want to spoil the surprise. Or if you're a kid like these kids are, maybe there's a decision
21's
between two
coming up.
toys that you can't quite make on your own. That's why our panel is here to help you to answer some of those questions, and you can reach them at 255-4404 until 7 o'clock tonight. And believe me, they're familiar with just about every toy, game, and videotape on the market.
21's up.
Your mission is to tell us what the most fun toys are here.
3 roving shots.
Let's go pick some girl stuff. Oh my gosh, look at that wedding doll. Oh yeah. This is what my mom had when she was baby.
What does it do?
You feed the baby and she eats it. Oh!
Have you ever played this before?
No, but I know what it's about. You try to take over the world.
She said really obvious. It's music.
It really doesn't roll by itself, but you take it apart and then put it back together. A lot of football games. These are Game Gear games here. Ooh, Game Gear. He's got a Game Gear. This is called our first video. And the reason why I like this is because they twins.
Oh, Mega Blocks. Are these like Legos?
Yeah, they're a lot smaller. This is what you're supposed to build.
Did you change your mind?
10 away from the border.
Of any kind were very popular with our young ladies. Action toys and video games seem to be popular with our young men. And a big thank you to Kmart on Richmond Road for letting us have the run of the place last night. Now, if you have any kind of toy questions at all, trying to make a decision on toys for this holiday season, give our panel a call. They'll be here till 7 o'clock. 255-4404 is how you reach them.
They're up.
And those young folks didn't seem too shy, so I think you'll get some good answers when you call in.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Karen.
They're
You
up.
see me up. He's like this, all animated on the phone talking. They are into it. That's
They
great.
are the experts, you know. We had some sunshine this morning, but then clouds and wind in the afternoon, so
Yeah,
what can we
roving
expect
shots.
next?
Yeah, Stuart's going to tell us. Plus, we'll have a peek at the Lexington Christmas Parade forecast.
And the Scotches are up.
Fresh, you'll never think of fast food the same way again. Your choice of crispy chicken,
Fish or shrimp?
savory seasoned rice, fresh lettuce, perfect tomatoes, one of 3 incredible sauces, and a wonderful way to wrap it all up. Introducing Long John's Wraps, $1.99 and $2.99, only at Long John Silver's. Take a fresh look on this.
Okay.
You twisted your ankle. Okay, really twisted your ankle. The last thing you want to do is wait for hours in an emergency room. So the next time you need medical attention, go to Paul B. Hall Regional Medical Center and get the attention you deserve. With our Nurse First program, you'll see a nurse first and fast. Nurse First at Paul B. Hall Regional Medical Center. Making people better. Making healthcare better. Because waiting in an emergency room is no way to treat people.
Clashes.
Every year the holidays were the same for our 3 pork heroes. Bad gift, huff, puff, and blow. Boring gift, huff, puff, and blow. A until finally the third and wisest pig took hit list to Best Buy, where he won't have to pay a thing until 1998. And he found a fun gift for his big bad friend. Find the fun in everyone at Best Buy.
Maybe he could.
Oh, diddly oh! Got your pizza movie, guys.
What?
I got your pizza movie. What's a pizza movie? You buy a Pizzeria stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut, you get a free rental at Blockbuster. Pizza movie, get it? Free. How'd you do that? I'm Santa. I can be anything.
Now at Pizza, large Pizzeria stuffed crust certificate for one free rental at Blockbuster Video.
This is getting easy.
18 Action Weather is brought to you by the Downtown Lexington Corporation.
Stand by on 3. And Mike and Q.
Well, we started out the day very nice. I thought, oh, what a mild day. By the time I got ready to come into work about 3 o'clock, it was a different story.
Yeah, then the clouds came in. The temperatures actually stayed comfortable in the 40s, but with the clouds, it felt a lot colder out there. I had a nice afternoon, though. Nancy, I dropped in over at Squires Elementary this afternoon. 22. The kids at Ms. Sills and Ms. Gritton's class have been making barometers, studying the sky, and learning a hit song about the most popular job in the world.
What's up?
It's a special science until meteorologist shines. So what will we tell us? The wind and rain.
Big time. Want to say thanks to the kids at Squires Elementary for having me over. They also gave me this cool T-shirt. Is that nice or what? It's my size. It's extra moose. It's huge. But anyway, talking about the weather today in central Kentucky. The high temperature. By the way, it's the front of the school. Gorgeous school back in the, well, it's back in Squires neighborhood. Or it's back off near Kennesaw. I can never find it. I get lost every time, just about. Sorry about the weather. High temperature today. Up to 48 degrees in and dropped to 5 this morning. Current conditions, sky is still cloudy. 42 degrees right now. And we're expecting temperatures to slowly drift down tonight. But it's going to be a mixed bag in the extended forecast. Let's move right along here. Temperatures today in the state right now in the 40s across all of Kentucky. Cooler in Covington at 38 degrees, 49 down in London, and 45 in Somerset. The regional radar view looks like this. We've got an area of snow up to the north. We told you that would stay well to our north, and as we put it in motion here, you can see it moving on off to the east. That snow will continue along the Great Lakes, moving on into western Pennsylvania, New York. So if you're traveling this direction, you'll be running into snow as you get up there. But basically, Kentucky has stayed out of all of that, even though it looked like we'd get some precipitation today. Satellite view shows the same thing with all that moving by to our north, and it will continue to move on off to the east. And as it does, we're going to stay on the southern side of it, so no precipitation out of this as it goes on by to our north. There it goes. But we're also keeping an eye on a couple of systems out to the west. Here are the clouds that are moving in from the south. You can see this low deck over Kentucky. Usually don't show this view, but to show you the clouds that are out there, we're going to switch it to a different view that shows the clouds, the low-level ones, really well here. You can see this bank all the way back up into Illinois. It's going to stay cloudy overnight. That'll keep our temperatures from falling too much. But tomorrow, we're going to see an area of high pressure right overhead, providing a lot of sunshine. But a front out to the west will be poised to bring us a little bit of rain on Thursday. Northern portions of the state may get some snow mixed in with the rain. Not a big deal, but still, it could be in there. Highs tomorrow will be back up into the 40s, but with the sunshine, it will feel more comfortable. So the forecast for tonight, we're going to see a low temperature down to 27, mostly cloudy skies overnight. Tomorrow morning, we'll see the clouds begin to break up. By afternoon, mostly sunny and 42 degrees. Comfortable, cool, but comfortable. And the extended outlook on Thursday, that chance of rain. Again, the southern part of the state will see mostly rain. Northern Kentucky will see maybe some snow mixed in with the rain. Friday, just a chance of showers during the day. Saturday and Sunday at this point, I'm calling them iffy. This is a tough time of year to forecast. Saturday, we'll keep an eye on. Right now, we've got the weekend dry, but stay tuned. We'll see if that stays that way.
That would be nice for the Christmas
parade. We've got the parade Saturday, so I hope this is the right forecast.
We'll lock it in, put it in stone.
Yeah.
Thanks, Stuart.
We are putting some of the most popular Christmas toys to the test.
We will check in with our panel of experts in just a moment. But first, let's check out last night's winning lottery numbers.
And 22 is rolling. What's up? All right, camera one's bump shot and two shot, 3 times 4. Zeros.
to you, the Salvation Army's Mountain of Love has been making a difference right here at home for over a decade.
The food we collect provides holiday meals thousands of needy people in central Kentucky.
Now's the time to bring boxes and cans of food to the Mountain of at Turfland Mall, or you can drop them in marked containers at area Winn-Dixie stores.
You can make a difference this holiday season.
Please help us build a Mountain of Love at Turfland Mall for the Salvation Army.
On behalf of the Salvation Army, WLEX-TV, Winn-Dixie, and Turfland Mall, thank you.
One place to go this holiday season for guaranteed low price on the top brands you want. You'll see more of the best TVs, more top brand audio, plus a huge computer department, great top brand appliances, digital satellite systems, the best names in car audio, and more. Our friendly experts can answer all your questions, and you'll always get the low price at Circuit City, guaranteed. Everything you want is at the city today, and you can't get a lower price. We guarantee it.
Short on holiday glasses? Then stop by Dairy Queen and collect these festive holiday glasses. Perfect for eggnog, punch, whatever. Get one out with the delicious Holiday Super Value Meal, all for only $2.99. Happy holidays from Dairy Queen.
40 away.
So, what do you think?
I think it's Jingle Bells.
Not the dog, the Kmart trees. What do you think?
So thick, so lush,
so tall, so green.
So how much?
Just $79.99.
That's unreal.
So's your dog.
So what?
What do you think, Northern Fur or Piedmont?
Let's get them both.
Lucky puppy, you're getting 2 trees.
Save $50 on Kmart's best-selling 7.5-foot trees. Where else but Kmart?
I'll plant one in the backyard.
Just don't block the plastic reindeer.
I wouldn't think of it.
If you've been injured on the job, protect your legal rights. Call the Becker Law Office and let us put your mind at ease. We don't get paid until you do.
Mike and Q.
If you've got kids, you're bound to spend a bundle this Christmas.
And if you're going to spend the money, you want to make sure that your kids don't lose interest in their gifts, right? Karan Acar standing by with a panel of toy testers who may be able to help you tonight.
I'll tell you what, 255-4404 is how you reach our panel of toy testers. They can answer just about any toy question you have. Maybe you're trying to decide what to get your child for Christmas, or if you're a kid, you're trying to decide, you know, how to narrow that list for Santa Claus. 255-4404. Some of our young experts might be able to help you. We have gotten many calls tonight, and I'll tell you what, our experts have done a very good job of working together, handing off calls that maybe they didn't feel qualified to answer, turning to another expert. In just a second, we'll talk to Nick Taylor. He's been fielding a lot of the calls. A lot of the questions are about Sega games, Tickle Me Elmo, which is really tough to find. Of course, the Barbie doll is always popular. Nick Taylor, tell us what some of the calls are tonight.
Well, they're mostly about video games and action figures, and for some of the girls, it's mostly just the dolls and doll houses.
Alrighty, sounds like you all have been busy. I'll let you get back to the phones. Again, 255-4404 is the number to call. Our panel of young testers will be here until 7 o'clock tonight.
Karan, I love that atmosphere. It looks like a war room in there behind you.
Oh, they're working very well. I think it's called organized chaos.
Yeah, well, it's going to work. Folks, give us a call. Karan, thanks.
Panels in there, don't you think?
Yes, they're so reserved and professional. It is state championship week at Paul Laurence Dunbar High School.
Next, our Gary Johnson will preview the football team's last game of the season, and this one's for the big trophy.
Come closer. I have news. Chevrolet has just announced 3.9% financing on all new 97 Cavaliers and Luminas. I repeat, 3.9% financing on Cavaliers and Luminas for up to 48 months, only for a limited time. This is one year-end event you don't want to miss. Make your money count on Cavalier and Lumina at your Heart of Kentucky Chevy dealer.
Karen?
Only from Domino's, new garlic crunch crust pizza, roasted garlic, baked right into our classic hand-tossed dough, then sprinkled with Parmesan crunchies all around the edge. It's a delicate blend of herbs and garlic in every bite of our delicious steaming crust. Call now and get a large one, just $9.99. Crust for a limited time only.
For hot and wild, call Domino's.
Care Center at Lexington say when they found out GTE's long distance is twice as likely to have an outage? That's rough. Don't say yes until you know. Only AT&T guarantees network reliability. AT&T for the life of your business. What did Travel Agents International in Lexington say when they found out GTE loses more than twice as many 800 calls?
Get out of town.
Don't say yes until you know. Only AT&T guarantees all your 800 calls. AT&T for the life of your business.
30 away.
Do the green thing for the holidays. The mall at Lexington Green. It's a special place to enjoy this time of year. No need to rush around. Everything's so near. Ooh, your sense of life. There's so much to see and do. Sense the difference this holiday. The mall at Lexington Green.
And bumps in. Here comes camera 2. So ready you are. And Mike and Q.
Gary Johnson is, I'll tell you why in just a minute. You know, Ryan Lemon is not incarcerated, so that is the good news.
That we know of.
All that buzz you hear in South Lexington is coming from a high school.
That's right, the Paul Lawrence Dunbar Bulldogs, the football team poised for a state football championship. These guys, I worry about them because they're mudders. They play in the mud. They're going to go on the turf, and it might be a little bit different for Dunbar. Hey, 3 cheers for the Dunbar High School football team. The Bulldogs are playing in the state 4A championship game on Saturday. They're going to take on a very strong Nelson County football team, which beat Trinity for a trip to the finals. Wow, Dunbar came from behind to beat Louisville Fairdale on Friday night. For Dunbar, this has really been a season of dreams. They've ridden the golden arm of junior quarterback Ben Meehan and a host of other talent that has carried the Bulldogs to a 12-2 record. The Dunbar football team has never played on a turf football field before, so the Dogs are expecting a big change from grass or mud.
22 is up.
We're going to go over to UK and practice on the turf a few times this week and maybe get down to Louisville even once on that turf. I don't know the difference. We've never actually, you know, you said natural grass. We've never even played on natural grass. We play on mud. We're a great mud team. We play really good on the mud and the slop. So hopefully with our quickness, even the turf will make us even better.
We're going to practice on all this week. We practiced on it once already, and we're just going to go out there and just make sure we just stay comfortable in what we have to do.
Mike and Q.
Maybe if they just spread a bunch of mud on the turf. Here's your matchup, noon Saturday, the Class 4A Super Bowl. Cardinal Stadium is your place. Of course, 18 Action Sports is going to be there, and they're going to have full coverage for you at 7 and 11 o'clock on Saturday night. Hey, the Hal Mummy era begins officially at the University of Kentucky, and with it, a heavy passing game, I guarantee you. Naturally, that's the style of play that's favorable to some players on the team and not so favorable to others. Mummy held his first team meeting yesterday afternoon. The players said that Mummy listed his top 4 priorities in life. They are God, family, school, and the Wildcats. For the most part, the players seem pretty upbeat about the new guy in town.
24 is up.
Yeah, you know, he was funny. He came in there, cracked some jokes with us, and kind of loosened the room up a little bit. But everybody seemed to like what he was saying. So hopefully everything's gonna work out fine.
You know, he told us, you know, we're gonna throw the football, you know, and as well we're gonna have a good running game too. So you know, it sounds like it's gonna be fun.
He believes in himself a lot. You know, I have to only put, you know, my trust in someone who believes in that system. He has went to a lot of programs and turned the programs around. You know, by passing the ball. You know, like I said, you know, passing the ball do open up the run. So I'm not gonna say that he's not gonna run the ball. And I also play. I think that how much I run the ball play a major part. You know, and how well I do when I get the ball.
Mike and Q.
Now, according to 18 Action Sports reporter Alan Cutler, Hal Mummy was not UK's first choice. Here's Alan with his thoughts on the coach's search.
21's up. How long is this?
Every time Kentucky hires a football coach, there's excitement across the Commonwealth. We want to be excited. We were when Bill Curry was hired, but we want to be excited for the right reasons. Perhaps it's not important, but Hal Mummy was not the first choice. Mike Gottfried was, but the president of UK didn't want Gottfried, so it's Mummy, and that's okay. When the Cincinnati Reds were great in the 70s, their manager was Sparky Anderson. Sparky wasn't the first choice or the second choice, and someday he'll be in the Hall of Fame. Hal Mummy stands for all the right things, and isn't that what universities are all about? Bill Curry also stood for all the right things, but Hal Mummy is offensive-minded. He will score a lot of points, and if you can score 25 to 40 points at the University of Kentucky, other good things will happen. This is Hal Mummy's one chance of becoming a great coach at a major institution. He doesn't want to blow it because he's worked too hard to get this far. His grassroots come from the high school ranks of Texas, and so many small coaches from small schools are rooting for Hal Mumme. It's incredible. One of the great downfalls of Bill Curry was that he didn't go to the grassroots of Kentucky and get to know all the high school coaches. Hal Mumme says he wants to shake the hand of every high school coach in the state. And that's what you're going to have to do if you want to recruit the best players, because recruiting is the name of the game. For those that say you can't win with just offense, wait a second. Hal Mumme said something when he met the media that was wonderful. He'll have more college players on scholarship from the defensive side. Is Hal Mumme a great coach? When I asked him that, he said, I'm a great teacher. Hal, I'm excited for you. And contrary to what many people say that you can't win at Kentucky, a great coach can win at Kentucky, and we hope you're it. This is Alan Cutler.
Mike and Q.
Thanks a lot, Alan. Hal Mumme says he's going to have a news conference soon to announce his choices for assistant coaches. And as soon as we find out that information, we'll let you know. I do want to let everybody know, Ryan Lemon is in Chicago, of course, covering the Kentucky basketball game. He will be having a report in the next half hour in sports.
Great.
Keeping track of the True Blue fans.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Gary.
All right.
Still to come, a Lexington company will soon be in the driver's seat on the information superhighway.
And what may have started out as a prank in a UK dorm is getting downright dangerous.
Stand by VT0. 0 is up.
A question from Cracker Barrel. When you bring your neighbor a casserole, how do you get your dish back?
Well, I would say you have to be sneaky. Ask her to bring you a casserole. Just tell them, this dish belongs to my minister. Or you can say, did you like my casserole? Hint, hint.
If you like casseroles, try Cracker Barrel's new Bigger Chicken Casserole. A homemade cornbread crust on a nice dish full of tender chicken breast. With our own country fixins, now just $6.49. So pull up a chair at Cracker Barrel Old Country Store.
This one always comes back.
Now through Wednesday at Steinberg's, get huge after Thanksgiving savings with no money down and 0 interest for 12 months on everything $199 or more. Save on an RCA 25-inch color TV with remote control, just $227. Or a General Electric countertop microwave oven with electronic touch control, just $88. Get huge after Thanksgiving savings in every department and 12 months same as cash. Now through Wednesday only at Steinberg's.
Camera 4 is okay.
Winn-Dixie discounts all wrapping paper 50% every day. Yep, birthday, anniversary, holiday, pink, purple, even polka dotted paper. All 50% off every day. Let's see, what else can I wrap? Ooh, Uncle Fred needs a camera.
Center him up.
Winn-Dixie discounts greeting cards 40% every day. This $3 card cost me $1.80, and that's good because I buy cards for everyone. Happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday, Dad. Happy birthday to the world's greatest boss.
Thank everyone.
Some extraordinary things take place in this ordinary town. Like Arlene, reaching for her cat. Or Otis, stretching for that air
Alright,
filter.
the reopen is next in 24.
They're extraordinary because all these people have arthritis pain. They all use Ultra Strength Ben Gay. They use it because today it's the only leading brand with 3 pain relievers for deep eating relief that helps them do extraordinary things. Turn up the heat on arthritis with Ultra Strength Ben Gay.
24 is up.
You're watching WLEX-TV 18.
Good evening, everyone. Nancy Cox.
And I'm Tom Kenny. Thanks for joining us. Robin Rabbith is off tonight. Well, you've heard of the Grinch who stole Christmas. Well, overnight, there were a dozen of them who allegedly stole more than just holiday spirit from a Lexington subdivision. John Wesley Brett is in our newsroom with that story that has kind of a surprising ending, John.
Right, Tom, you might call this story the Grinch that stole Christmas and then brought it back. A dozen Transylvania University students, all of them men, will face a school tribunal for taking part in a prank overnight, one for which they are now apologizing. The students, apparently on a whim last night, went through Firebrook Estates in the wee hours, taking Christmas decorations from the front of houses. But after one was later caught, all of them returned to the scene of the crime with a letter of apology and request for forgiveness, an action that took one victim by surprise.
22 is up.
Now, the only problem is, if they wouldn't have gotten caught, would this have happened? And I seriously doubt it, that they would have been to my home this morning.
Mike and Q.
After discovering this morning's vandalism, Molnar added this ornament to his front lawn. But after receiving the apology and letter from the Transy students, the sign has now come down. Transy officials say the students do not face criminal charges, but they will be brought before the university's disciplinary panel made up of students, faculty, and administrators. They will decide how to punish the students who in one day were both naughty and nice. Tom?
Now, what about the stolen decorations? What happens there?
Well, they're now being kept by public safety at Transy, and victims need to just go to the Transylvania University, identify their ornaments, and make sure they have the right ones.
All right, John Wesley Brett, thank you.
While Transy officials are dealing with Christmas pranksters, UK is also on a manhunt. But as Linda Wagar reports, the crime they're trying to stop is of a far more serious nature.
23 is up.
Kerwin Tower houses more than 600 UK students on 22 floors. If a fire breaks out, it's a long way down. That's something the students living here have given a lot of thought to lately. Semester began in August. There's been 5 fires at Kerwin Tower and close to 30 fire alarms.
I live on the 22nd floor, so it's way up there, and I mean, getting down, all these fire alarms, becoming a nuisance, really.
We get woken up in the middle of the night, and we don't ever know if it's true or if it's false.
No one has been hurt by the fires, which have mostly been put out by students. But some have posed real threats, like the roll of toilet paper that was ignited near a couch 2 weeks ago. Are you worried about your safety at all?
Yeah, and with the last one, definitely.
Dave Norfleet and several of his friends already have made plans to move from Kerwin Tower. University officials say they can understand why.
It's dangerous, it's smoke, it's fire, and there are all kinds of hazards associated with that to the security and safety of our students.
Ralph Derrickson says the university intends to prosecute whomever is responsible for the Kerwin Tower fires and at least 4 others set in buildings across campus. UK says it's serious about catching the culprits because a dormitory fire is no college prank, it's a potentially deadly crime. In Lexington, Linda Wagar, 18 Action News.
Mike and Q.
The FBI needs your help in finding a business-suited bank robber. He's suspected of hitting the Fifth Third Bank on Versailles Road in Frankfurt around noon today. The robber, dressed in a business suit and tie, is described as a white male about 5'10 to 5'11 and weighing about 190 pounds. His hair was medium-length light brown, and he had a mustache. A coup for a local technology company today. Lexington-based DataBeam will be doing big business with computer chip giant Intel. DataBeam chairman Dr. Lee Todd let his employees in on the new contract late this afternoon. Intel is working on standardizing products so you can talk face-to-face through your computer. DataBeam is going to distribute and market Intel's video and voice communications products. DataBeam expects the contract is going to mean more high-tech jobs here in Lexington, but exactly how many is uncertain.
You know the phrase, only 2 things in life are sure, death and taxes. Well, that might not be the case anymore in Berea. As Herman Hall tells us, folks there may be about to get an unprecedented Christmas present.
Berea taxpayers hope their city council does suspend collecting taxes on real estate and cars for 2 years. It'll mean $30 to $40 extra in the pockets of most.
That's not much, but to some people it could be, a night out for a dinner or something.
Tom Saylor has lived in Berea all his life. Considering what he'll save, Tom calls the proposed tax cut more of a scratch. He says he's owned a house here since he was 20 and believes at best it's just a nice gesture.
It not being that much looks to me like they could kind of keep it in place and maybe use it to repave some streets or repair some sidewalks or do something, maybe with the parks and recreations with the same money.
You can think of 1,000 reasons to spend it, but I see it as operationally sound to give it back to people.
Councilman Howard Baker has worked with Berea City budgets for 7 years. He believes every penny counts, and as he puts it, we're already taxed to death.
We fail to think about it and remember when you go to license your car, how much additional tax you pay, sales tax you pay, and taxes that I think we need to start questioning.
Instantly, I thought $500, but when you think it out, it's still $30 or $40.
Councilman Baker says if the proposed temporary tax break passes, it'll be the first of its kind in Kentucky. A stocking stuffer he's glad to have a hand in. In Berea, Herman Hall, 18 Action News.
Mike and Q.
Berea City Council will vote on the tax break this evening. We'll have the results of that vote tonight on 18 Action News at 11.
People out of Ashland are definitely into the Christmas spirit, and for good cause, too. A group of women get together every Tuesday through Christmas Eve, making wreaths and other things. And they put the items up for sale, and then all the profits go back into the Henry Clay estate. The things go from anywhere between $35 and $100 of terrific quality, but they don't limit themselves just to holiday themes.
We can do just about anything you want designed.
We not only do wreaths, we do floral pieces, we do door swags, we do a lot of things in fresh greens that will be on sale.
Mike and Q.
If you want to help out and get a really great decoration in return, just drop by the Henry Clay Estate during normal business hours.
Our panel of toy testers is eager to help you solve some holiday dilemmas, too.
Yeah, there are so many toys on store shelves these days, it's kind of tough to decide what to get your kids. Karan Acar knows some young people who may have some answers for you tonight.
That's right. Got a question about a toy? Don't know quite what to get a 5-year-old? Well, these folks here might be able to help you. There are toy testers, and they've been taking a lot of calls tonight from parents and kids alike. They want to know about particular toys, fun, that sort of thing. Nick Taylor's been taking a lot of calls tonight. He says a lot of them have to do with video games. Parents are calling about prices, and believe it or not, these young folks know the answers to that. They say it depends on where you buy the toys. You can find varying prices. Just gotta kind of shop around, watch the papers, look for the sale papers. Barbie questions seem to be very popular tonight, and Nick Taylor, video games too.
Yeah, lots of video games, and just mainly, and a lot of calls for Barbie dolls too on the girl part.
Okay, now you're one of our senior panel members here tonight. What have you gotten in your 12 years of experience that have been memorable gifts in the past?
Well, my first entertainment system ever was Nintendo, and I really liked that whenever I got it, and the Sega I have now, which is really good too. I always like getting action figures too to play with.
Alrighty, thanks Nick. Some things to keep in mind. 255-4404 is the number to call. Our panel will be here until 7 o'clock tonight.
And I'm guessing there's been at least one question: how do I get those True Blue fan buttons?
You got to know some people at the top, I think.
Karen, thank you very much.
Here comes two.
Oh, love the atmosphere in there.
I know.
It is terrific. It was almost balmy for this time of year this morning. I mean, downright chilly, though, this afternoon.
Well, Stuart's going to tell us about that change and what's next when we come right back.
Stand by, it's not 24. 24.
I'm Tom Brokaw. Tonight on NBC Nightly News, wild and gentle. How could anyone kill this deer? You may be surprised why so many people have deer in their gun sights. Watch NBC Nightly News tonight.
0 is up.
There are a few things you just may not find under the tree this year. You will find missions begin.
Camera 1's okay.
Home theater is a thing you have to experience. You can't just read about it. You have to come in and hear it and feel it and see it to really get the impression of what it can be like in your home. At Barney Miller's, we have 8 different home theater rooms. We have all different brands and prices in there. There's something for everybody. Our salespeople are more experienced and more knowledgeable than any other staff in town. We're downtown. There's easy parking right at our back door. Give us a shot.
The right answers at Barney Miller's downtown. Smart buy.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Bob Evans Sausage. The farm fresh taste of Bob Evans will perk up most any recipe.
Minute 10 away.
Every day, lots of ways. Here's the one that really saves. Funny time coupons too. Lots of things we bring to you. Every day, they're for you. A comic splash, what's your view? News, sports, things to do. Value keeps coming through. Bargains, classifieds, and everyday survival guys. Serving you with lots of pride. Always worth looking into.
Yeah, dear. Did you get an ad tape called Cats in Chicago?
Always worth looking into.
Probably sports. It'll be the
Popular this holiday season, photo albums in all sizes. For your personalized stationery and invitations, visit the Paperweight, 109 Clay Avenue.
We are coming. And Mike and Q.
Stuart is here now with weather. There's really this day was broken in 2 halves weather-wise.
Yeah, a lot of sunshine this morning, but kept waiting for those clouds to show up. The southeastern part of the state stayed in the sunshine all day, so they had a bit nicer day down in the mountains. So we did hear they could use that with all the water down there. Whitley County Schools still closed tomorrow. They'll open up on Thursday, so that's important news for you if you're down in Whitley County. Closed tomorrow, open Thursday. They'll be right back there. But the water is still receding down there, and I guess they had quite a bit of road damage, too, from the high waters. Here in central Kentucky, clouds have been the rule for the afternoon. Take a look at the high temperature today. By the way, this is Mick and Franny Lewis down at Woodland Park. Franny looking like she's having a pretty good time there. This is the big day, let me tell you. We got on this thing. It went up and down and all over the place. That is a big day. High temperature today in central Kentucky all the way up to 48, 35 the morning low. Not a bad day. We forecasted 49 with clouds. That's basically what we got, at least this afternoon. Current conditions, it's still 42 degrees under cloudy skies. Let me give you a hand there. Oh, I can never do that. Anyway, here's how it looks right now across the state. Temperatures in the 40s all over. 38 in Covington, 41 in Louisville and Frankfort, 45 in Somerset and Jackson, 46 down in London. Basically coat weather if you're headed out now that the sun's down. It will feel cold out there. The snow did stay up to our north, fell from Chicago. Now a big batch going through the Cleveland area at this time. Not heavy, light to moderate snow. Probably pick up a little more. But we did have this very low area of cloudiness, tough to see on the satellite view, but you can see kind of a light gray there indicative of those clouds. They'll clear up tomorrow as high pressure comes in, but another system coming our direction from the west. It'll be bringing rain to Texas tomorrow and a little bit of snow from Iowa northward. As it moves through Kentucky on Thursday, we'll probably see a mixed bag, mostly rain, but the northern portion of the state, north of Lexington, might see on Thursday a little snow mixed in with the rain, and then it goes on into the weekend. We've got several systems lined up to the west coming our way. So it's going to be an interesting end of the week, to say the least. In the meantime, though, for tomorrow, high temperatures up into the 40s, more sunshine tomorrow, so it will feel more comfortable. The forecast for tonight, expect a low down to 27, the clouds continuing until about morning, and then they'll finally begin to give way tomorrow morning. By midday to afternoon, we'll see mostly sunny skies tomorrow, and a high temperature up in the low 40s, so a little cooler, but the sunshine, it'll still feel nicer out there. And the extended outlook Thursday, there's that mixed bag day. Southern Kentucky, mostly rain, and a high of 42. And then northern Kentucky might see some snowflakes mixed in with that on Thursday. Friday, it looks like all rain at this point, and 48 degrees. Saturday and Sunday. Now, yesterday we were talking about rain on Saturday. Today we've taken it out. The weekend forecast is iffy at this point. We do have the Christmas parade on Saturday. That'll be on our little TV station.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
Cool. But we'll keep an eye on that forecast. Last night we said we want to get that rain off to Saturday. So for now, we have managed to do that. But I would keep an eye on those 2 days as we move toward the weekend.
Yes, and along with the Christmas parade, you need to make it down to Turfla Mall for the Mountain of Love. You were out there last week.
Yeah, if you can bring out your non-perishable items, we'll be going to the Salvation Army. We do thank Winn-Dixie and Turfla Mall for helping us out with that project.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you can't get out to Turfla Mall, you can also drop it off. There are marked canisters in all the Lexington Winn-Dixie stores. Unfortunately, Salvation Army says they've had almost 3,000 families request food, and they may not have a Christmas dinner unless people donate, so we need your help this year.
Easy to do. Just run by the mall with your food.
Thanks, Stuart.
Well, have you ever had a cut or burn that seems like it just won't heal? Well, for some people, that's a much more serious problem.
And now there's a place that you can go for help. We have important medical news coming up next.
Stand by VT0. And 0 is up.
Come closer. I have news. Chevrolet has just announced a special lease on new 97 Chevy Blazers, just $299 a month. But wait, you can also get up to $1,200 cash back on new 97 Chevy S10 pickups, only for a limited time. This is one year-end event you don't want to miss. Make your money count on Chevy Blazer and S10 pickups at your Heart of Kentucky Chevy dealer.
The magic of Disney's new 101 Dalmatians movie swept the land, and McDonald's near and far are celebrating with 4 wonderfully festive snow domes. Each snow dome only $1.99 when you buy any extra value meal or new duck sandwich. Now everyone can treasure and share the snow domes, but hurry, for there is one who would have them all for herself. The fun is unleashed at McDonald's, your Dalmatian location.
So, Ian, you are a lab technician at a Columbia hospital.
Yeah, well, we're really more than just a hospital.
Oh, okay. What are you then?
Columbia is a consortium of healthcare professionals. We touch on virtually every facet of our patients' medical needs.
So if I get hurt, I need to say, quick, rush me to a consortium of healthcare professionals.
Exactly. I'm kidding you.
Oh.
For the nearest Columbia facility, call 1-800-COLUMBIA.
Big Lots presents Santa.
With the elves out sick, what'll I do?
Don't worry, Santa. There's plenty of great gifts at Big Lots.
Give someone you love a beautiful angel watch, only $8.99 each. And don't miss our big Remington buyout. Travel steamer or hair dryer, just $8.99 each. And haircut or hairstyle kits, your choice, only $17.99 at Big Lots.
One day it's this, one day it's that. But every day, it's the price. Whoa!
22 is up.
Hi everyone, I'm Sandy Newton for NBC Primetime Tonight. Well, it's a must-see TV Tuesday night of comedy, folks. First up, Mad About You, with Jamie and Paul even more in love than ever.
That was humor. That was humor, okay? They go with the flow. They're wonderful.
Then NBC's all-new Something So Right has this 90s kind of family turning heads. And Frey has chest pains when Dad...
Checkmate.
Next, in an all-new Caroline in the City, a night of revealing truths. Hello, Richie.
What is she doing here?
Then on Dateline, a plane full of holiday travelers crashes into a mountain, a tragic loss, but for one family, a miraculous story of survival.
I hear my son voice. He say, Papi, Papi, I want your help.
Tonight it's Mad About You, Something So Right, Frasier, Caroline, and Dateline. All coming up right here on NBC Primetime tonight.
Mike and Q.
Welcome back. When you get a cut, first thing you do usually is put on a Band-Aid, and sometimes you need stitches. But every once in a while, you get a wound that just won't heal.
In tonight's Best Medicine, Beverly Kirk takes us to a center where doctors are using a new and more aggressive technique to help patients.
23 is up.
This wound on Eugene Richardson's foot has been there for about a year and a half. He has seen a number of doctors for the problem.
And it would get some better and then come back.
Dr. Mark Swisher is trying to help speed up the healing of this old wound by turning it into a new wound.
We return the blood supply, get bleeding, apply growth factor where it's difficult for the growth factor to reach, which is the surface of the wound, and that will accelerate the healing of the wound.
Growth factor is a medicine made with the patient's own blood.
Before I came, I called my old clinic and talked to them. I explained, because I'd never heard of this procedure, and they called me back and said they'd been doing the procedure for years and had good success with it.
Wound care centers are unique. Patients can get help from doctors with different specialties all in one place.
Non-healing wounds are not all that uncommon. They're mostly seen in diabetics, but they can be seen in patients who have circulation problems.
Okay. Dr. Swisher says it will take between 12 to 16 weeks for Mr. Richardson's wound to heal. However, in just his second visit, the doctor says he can see results. In Lexington, Beverly Kirk, 18 Action News.
Mike and Q.
It is an exciting week for an area high school football team. One of the local teams is primed for another state championship.
Yeah, Gary is up next with a look at the Harrodsburg Hogs as they try to win a second state crown for head coach Elvis Johnson.
For the very best in home entertainment, the place to go is Circuit City. Right now, you can get a digital satellite system for just $149.99 after $200 cash back from DirecTV. Just sign up for 1 year of DirecTV's Total Choice programming, and the digital satellite system is yours for only $149.99. Get more movies, more sports, more news, more channels than cable. And right now at Circuit City, you'll pay no interest for 12 months on any digital satellite system. Hurry into Circuit City today.
Now there's a place to get pizza made the way you'd make it if you could, with the same tomato sauce used in fine Italian restaurants. Sauce made from fresh-cooked, vine-ripened tomatoes. And that's only one reason why Papa John's is now the fastest-growing pizza company in America. Call and we'll deliver all the delicious reasons right to your door. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Pick 5 for a real winner.
Karen,
Papa's Choice. Up to 5 toppings plus 2-liter Coke for just $10.99.
House at this point. If you get it, would you please put it in 25? Okay. Thank you. And let me know when you get it, okay? Okay.
During this magical season, make a wish upon a star. At McAlpin's, it's bound to come true. Give the durability of Atlantic luggage, the latest styles in sterling silver jewelry from IBB, and you won't go wrong giving the comfortable fit of Lee jeans. Make your holidays magic. At McAlpin's, make your wishes come true.
Karen, do you have sports tapes?
Yeah, Dave, unload them.
Okay.
Electricity is all around you.
He just came through.
Okay.
One of the great wonders of the world.
That's absurd.
Electricity keeps you informed, gives life the go, or takes it away. Don't go near downed electric power lines. Be smart. Be careful. Electricity. Respect its power.
This message is brought to you in the interest of safety by Kentucky Utilities Company.
making electricity the answer.
Distinctive, durable, attention to detail, all trademarks of Toomey luggage.
End of the last story in sports,
today's traveler.
Three-shot.
Leather
Tom's
incorporated
going to have a
Lexington
check
green.
to hold up, and I'll have that
Have a news
camera
tip?
3.
Call the 18 Action News tip line at 259-1818. Or from a Bell South Mobility cellular phone, dial star 1818.
Stand by camera 1's bump. And bump in. Come to camera 2 next. And Mike and Q.
Everybody in Harrodsburg is looking forward to this coming weekend.
It's called Hogtown in Harrodsburg. You know, I asked them one time, I said, how come you all call it the Hogtown? It used to, a long time ago, apparently, when there were sporting events, they would let the farmers' hogs out on the streets. So they really call it Hogs. So the Harrodsburg team is known as the Hogs.
Now we know.
Yeah, and they're going for a state championship on Friday. Very exciting time for Harrodsburg. How about them Hogs out of Harrodsburg? Harrodsburg football team on the verge of giving legendary prep coach Alvis Johnson his second single-A state championship title. His last one came in 1988. Harrodsburg is going to play traditional 1A power Beechwood in the finals at Cardinal Stadium. To get used to the rugged carpet field in Louisville, Harrodsburg is taking advantage of the turf field over at UK where the Wildcats practice. The key for Harrodsburg all season has been this absolutely tenacious defense that's anchored by Coach Alvis Johnson's sons, Dennis and Derek. Those guys, coupled with Julius Yeast, and you have the one mean trio. The Hogs are looking forward to playing Beechwood.
21 is up.
You always dance with the girl you brought to the dance, and that's our philosophy. We're just going to try to do things, do a little better this week, improve on what we've been doing for the last several weeks, and hope that's good enough to beat Beechwood.
Well, we got to have a good week of practice. We know that. We've done that the past few weeks, and we've come out and we've made it to the state championship. And I think if we keep that up, keep our concentration on the game, and come to the game and play with the heart that we've got, I think we can come out with a victory.
They've been there, you know what I'm saying? They know what it takes. We have to come up and make up for that with our intensity and play hard.
Okay.
And we feel if we play with intensity and play hard, we don't think there's anybody in the state that can beat us.
Mike and Q.
Can you imagine that guy coming at you at full speed? That's what's going to happen Friday. The Class Single-A Final, noon at Cardinal Stadium, Harrodsburg and Beechwood on the turf. 18 Action Sports is going to be right there to cover the football game. Hey, it's time to unwrap the mummy at Kentucky and also unwrap his big-time passing game. UK's new football coach, Hal Mumme, held a team meeting yesterday. After being introduced to the media, he stressed that his first goal is going to be to sport 3,000 yards from his quarterback in his first season at UK. And as you might guess, his receivers, Craig Yeast, Keogh Sanford, and some of his other guys are extremely excited that footballs are going to fill the air at Commonwealth Stadium beginning next season. Now, I do want to, we got about 10 seconds here. This guy is going to be at the Transylvania Pikeville game tonight, and it's going to be for a special occasion to present a check, right?
That's right. Transy's home opener, and the former producer of the Don Lane Show here and an up-and-coming sportscaster, Brian Clark, tragically killed in a car accident. So they've established a Brian Clark Endowment Fund at Transy to go to a student-athlete, and we'll be presenting donations from Channel 18 in the newsroom, over $1,000 tonight.
Yeah, right before the game.
Right.
And thanks for handling that time.
Pleasure to do it.
All right.
We're going to check on what's going on 18 Action News at 11 when we come back.
And we'll go to our toy testers one more time. Don't go away.
Is that Dateline in 23 there?
Yeah.
Dateline Tuesday. They were headed home for the holidays when disaster struck at 9,000 feet. The story of a family torn apart by tragedy and the father and daughter who made it back. I'm Stone Phillips. Join us for a Dateline Survivor Story Tuesday.
And zero's up.
Honey, can you get out the glasses?
Karen?
Short on holiday glasses.
Still expecting the
these festive
cats in Chicago.
Perfect for eggnog, punch, whatever. Get one now
thank you.
with a delicious holiday super value meal, all for only $2.99.
Extension 8, okay?
Happy holidays from Dairy Queen.
Rack up the savings at Green's. We teamed up with Steepleton Billiards to give you a bigger break on every car on our lot. Mercury Villagers as low as $19,999. The Camry LE starting at $18,999. A great selection of Mercury Mystiques, just $15,999. And tough Tacoma 4x4s, only $16,999. Plus, with every test drive of any new or used car, you'll be registered for this new pool table. Take your best shot at savings now through the holidays at Green's, Kentucky's automotive giant.
This Wednesday, it's the spectacular one-day sale at Lazarus. Store-wide savings on great holiday gifts. Take an extra 30% off the entire stock of already reduced coats and jackets for her. 25 to 40% off men's Famous Maker sweaters. 25 to 30% off holiday sleepwear and robes for her. And take an extra 30% off already reduced fashion clearance. For your home, Crupsil Primo Espresso Maker, just $69.99. Super savings on great holiday gifts. This Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. The one-day sale, only at Lazarus.
And shall we have Tom read it, or
You have
what?
a lot of things on your list.
Perhaps you heard about these Colonel's Crispy Strips from KFC.
How you want to do that? Just go right to Nancy to Gary?
Juicy, all-white meat chicken, freshly prepared.
All right, we'll be out on two shot.
They're good
and
enough
we'll
to
turn
be a
Tom
meal.
three full,
So
and
stop
we'll
at
get a
my
split
house
box.
first.
Karen, I still need that tape background there in the 1-inch machine that's rolling away.
KFC.
Now get 3 Colonel's Crispy Strips,
Stand by
mashed
camera
potatoes
2.
and gravy, coleslaw, and a biscuit, just $2.99.
And Mike and Q.
Our toy testers are about to call it a night, but you still have a few minutes to get some final answers.
They've been taking your calls, not only from children, but from parents, too, trying to narrow that list for Santa Claus. Karan Acar is standing by with our panel. Karen, what are some of the most common questions you've heard tonight?
Oh my goodness, we've heard questions about computer games. Sega's come up.
He
we've heard a
thinks
lot
her
about
will go to
Barbies.
one Nancy
Barbies are
Full.
very popular this year. Our panel seems to be recommending, or they keep telling them the most popular ones right now are the Holiday Barbie and the Enchanted Evening Barbie. They seem to be going off the shelves. Of course, our toy testers know that you don't have to really spend a lot of money this holiday season on gifts. They were just as happy with some of the toys that were $10 and less as they were with the more pricey items. So you might want to keep that in mind when you go do your holiday shopping this season. A big thank you to our panel. Thank you very much for joining us. Y'all ready to call it a night?
Stand by the split and then 1 Nancy Full.
No. Well, they'll be here for a few more minutes to take some of your calls. We'll be here till 7, and we hope we've been of some help.
Okay, thanks, Karen. Thanks to the panel.
She's up.
You know, it wasn't that long ago that cable TV was the only game in town, but now there are choices. Tonight at 11, we'll take a look at some of those alternatives in light of TCI's decision to eliminate some popular channels here come December 31st. And this is what it looked like from the ground. Tonight at 11, you'll see what police saw from the air during a high-speed chase in Virginia. And we'll also have the story of a special Thanksgiving gift from a Lexington mom given to her son in an operating room. So join us tonight right after Dateline NBC.
He's up.
Well, tonight we're going to have the Kentucky basketball team. They're going to play in the Great 8. The game starts at 9:30 tonight. Our man Ryan Lemon is in Chicago, and he's going to try to get us warmed up for the game. Ryan, are you there?
It's up.
We know most True Blue fans couldn't make it to the Great 8, so that's why we're here, downtown Chicago. Now, you know, folks up here in the Windy City, they're not as crazy about college basketball as one of us True Blue fans. Look at this in the paper today, the Chicago Sun-Times. Can the star-studded event stir interest in college hoops? Can you believe that? There's people up here who don't like Kentucky basketball. So you guys are going to the big game tonight?
Oh, yes.
What big game would that be? Kentucky and Purdue.
You know, they don't have the machine set up.
Aren't you guys Kentucky basketball fans?
Where's Kentucky? I've heard of this thing.
Have you guys?
We're Illinois fans here.
Illinois?
Yeah, we live in Illinois, so we kind of like Illinois.
Are there a lot of Kentucky fans up here, I guess, huh?
I haven't met any.
Have you guys seen Michael Jordan walking around?
No, we haven't. Apparently, Jerry Springer said he saw him earlier today, I heard.
Who are you guys picking in the big game tonight? Big game. Kentucky and Purdue.
I'm picking Kentucky, probably.
So there you have it. Most Chicagoans could care less about the big game tonight, but you can always find True Blue fans anywhere on the planet. Now, if I could just find Oprah, where is she?
And Mike and Q.
Pretty good stuff there.
Looks a little cold, though, didn't
Yeah,
it?
it certainly was. They only got up to about 33 up there today. If you're headed out tonight, do wear your coat. Temperatures are going to be slipping down into the 30s. Still mostly cloudy, maybe some sun tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, Stuart.
That's our report. NBC Nightly News is next. We'll be back here at 11.